Parents, you're busy enough, but in the midst of your schedule, have you considered how your child's schedule may be stressful to manage as well? Pediatric psychologist Dr. Ann-Louise Lockhart, welcome back and thank you so much for being with us. We see your videos on TikTok going viral and stuff, and we love having you here in studio because you're a parent yourself and you know that parenting isn't always easy, but also being a child isn't always easy.
Absolutely.
And so parents, we're gonna start with you. You may have some crazy busy schedules. Is it possible though for those parents to have balance?
So yes and no. So complete balance is unrealistic and it's not sustainable because we expect like, oh, we can manage our finances, our business, our jobs, our school, and it's not possible to have complete balance. What I really look for and help parents do is to achieve more harmony.
Oh, and how do they do that?
So by looking at what does their schedule look like? Is there a more balanced schedule that they can do and achieve for the week? So maybe one week you're working more, but then maybe the following week you work on resting more. So it's really looking at, okay, maybe we didn't hit the goal in terms of this particular area, but we can do it the following week in another area.
I like that because I feel like maybe there's a lot of pressure too to have that perfect, complete balance. So, and are there any other options other than harmony? Like maybe could they make goals for the week or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's about focusing on having a family calendar, meeting at the beginning of each week, looking and syncing up your calendars together and looking at like, okay, what do we have going on? Do we have sports going on? Do we have meetings, school things, like all these other events? And then really kind of achieving like, what is our goal this week? Do you want to get together with more friends? Do we want to have more relaxation? Do we want to take a mental health day? So we can really talk about those things together.
I love that. And what are signs though? Okay, so I feel like it kind of goes hand in hand. Parents' schedule's busy, so then they need someone to keep the kids occupied. So the kids are in sports clubs, art clubs, whatever it may be. So maybe now the kids also feeling that overwhelmed, busy feeling. What are signs that they are stressed out?
Yes, that's such a great point. So I think we have to make sure we look for small changes in their behavior, their mood, their attitude, interactions with others. Look for changes in their personality. Ask yourself, okay, have their grades changed? Are they less interested in school, for example? Have their interests changed? And look for any changes in friendships and social interactions, family interactions, sibling interactions. And then if they have a loss of interest in things that they used to enjoy, maybe they have more of an irritable, agitated mood. I think parents think that irritability is a sign of attitude, and it could be a sign of anxiety or depression or overwhelm, and maybe they just need a break. So those emotions show up a little bit differently in kids and teens.
And wouldn't you say it's harder for kids to actually come to you and express themselves and say, Mom, I don't know if I can do all this, or I'm really feeling this, or I miss you, or something like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely, because we as adults hopefully have maybe mastered our feelings a little bit more in terms of how to express them. But kids and teens are still learning how to do that. They don't know how to do that or what words to find to express the feeling of overwhelm or feeling irritated or agitated or you know, kind of dysfunctional in some way. So I think it's important to help identify that for them and then give them the words to use.
Absolutely. Communication is so important. Even with kids, I feel like it's just as important as it is with adults or with our colleagues, right? So how can kids manage stress? If a parent realizes, okay, now I'm noticing those signs, or maybe I just know for a fact their schedule's really busy, how can they help their kids manage that?
So start with helping them know how to manage their schedule, like keeping a calendar, whether it's a dry erase board, a paper calendar, something on their phone, help them to know to put those things in their calendar and how to manage their to-do lists, their projects, their tests, their quizzes, a meet or a sporting event that they have. Like teach them how to do that. They don't automatically know how to do that. Discuss any interests they have or chores that they have to do, activities they want to get involved in, and help them achieve those based on what they value. And then, you know, if you notice anything else that is maybe off, maybe one particular week they had like a really hectic week with exams, maybe the following week they do something more fun. You know, so really help
give an
them
alternative.
Manage.
Almost, they're like, hey, you had such a crazy week. Pick one thing you want to do today or tomorrow or this weekend. So really giving them some reinforcement, I think.
Exactly.
And something like I know gift giving is probably not always the solution, but just some sort of positive reinforcement.
Right, that helps them achieve more harmony and sometimes balance in that particular week.
Okay, how can people book an appointment with you? Or I know they can find you on TikTok, of course, and social media, but maybe parents are like, my kids need to go see her.
Yeah, so they can reach out to my team and I at anewdaysa.com. That's a New Day Pediatric Psychology. And they can also find me on Instagram, where I house most of my stuff. At
Instagram over TikTok. Okay.
Definitely, dr.Ann-Louise.Lockhart.
Thank you so much for being with us. Absolutely a pleasure, and I always learn so much.
Thanks, Roman.
Y'all stay with us because the Valero Texas Open